With that, let's go on to the tiles and the selections. Again, this is the pre-draft to the draft. Not actually the draft, but just a draft to tell you where you're going to draft. So again, as always, we have our 12 tiles. And let's go through the teams and the rosters this year. The first tile is the Pakistani drill press, new to the league, Michael Gazaski. He replaces Mike Terrian and the wing tees. Now that's a Mike for a Mike, an eye for an eye. We lose the wing tees. You know, what are your thoughts on that, guys?
You know, I always enjoyed Mike T's mustache.
I could give a share less myself. Number 2, of course, House of Belgay and Ryan Casey of New York. Danny Gunther of Chicago and his Fresh Fish. Jason Friday's Clubber Lang, a perennial powerhouse last year. For a rookie coach, he did a pretty decent job up in Sheboygan, Michigan. Speaking of Michigan, just west of Detroit, Andrew Murray and his J-Wads. Brad Toms of Chicago and his How's His. Also Patrick Lindemann's Cleavon Littles. I don't really get what the icon is about, but what the hell. Matt, you're Big Easy, of course. I see the old logo. Got a new one this year? That's great. Speaking of great, Motown Thunder, yours truly. Joe Rhodes, Kyle Rhodes, the Rhodes Scholars, Jonah Besh, one of the original 6, and the Porter Beers, and of course Steve Maxwell and the Buffalo Soldiers. With that said, let's roll this into the bag and get on with the show.
Let's do it.
If you would please, Matt, Steve, I'll do the honors.
Tiles into the bag.
Into the bag we go.
Just let your soul glow!
Get a little shake here.
All right. Once again,
I'll give another little how's your father.
first tile taken is the last pick in the MFL draft. And before I do this, let's just make one quick announcement. This is going to be a keeper league this year, guys. So as far as I'm concerned,
Big implications in the keeper league.
I'm going to bumble that one.
Well, it definitely changed the draft strategy.
It does change the strategy. But of course, the details will be provided for you on the website. You can keep any of your picks. That's all I'm going to tell you. One of your picks you get to keep. That said, guys, let's go into the draft. Steve, or excuse me, Matt, will you hold that? The number 12 pick in the MFL draft this year is going to be the Pakistani drill press.
Welcome to the league.
Yes. What
A rough entry, a rough welcoming, PDP, you got what you got. All right. And number 11 this year is going to be Brad Toms. How's his?
He deserves it, quite frankly.
Well,
He's a very competitive team, though.
He's been to the MFL finals in
He'll do
both
fine.
of the last 2 years. He's never not made it to the championship round.
He'll do fine with that 11th pick.
Thank God it's not me. Number 10 this year, the Motown Thunder. Well,
Number
apparently I
10.
spoke too soon. The fickle finger.
What do you plan to
thing.
do with that number 10 pick, Bob?
I don't know.
Will it be Willis McGahee or Drew Brees?
Tom Brady won't.
Number 9. Number 9, the Big Easy. I don't know, man. What are you going to do with the number 9 pick?
Well, if you pick Willis McGahee, it'll have to be Drew Brees.
Number 8. This really did not go right. Number 8, the Buffalo Soldiers.
This is not good, guys. We're down in no man's land here when it comes to
Steve, you've got the number 8 pick. Whatever you do, I'm not doing. Let's continue. And of course, we've still got a lot of other contestants out there.
Yes.
We are really getting rifled here, guys. Here we go. Number 7, Joe Rhodes and his Rhodes Scholars. Last year, I think he had one of the top picks. He did pretty good for his second year in the league. At number 6, Dan Gunther's Fresh Fish. At number 5, and the House of Belgay are still in this. At number 5, Jonah Besh and his Porter Beers. The top 4. Number 4. This is going to be a bad ending, I can feel it. Clubber Lang, Jason Friday. The top 3 picks. Here we go. PJ Lindemann, Cleavon Littles are still out there, I see. Number 3, the House of Belgay, Ryan Casey. Number 1 and number 2 left. Here we go. Steve, last year I did the honors. This year, You do the honors.
Is this the number one pick?
You're drawing the number one pick. Good luck. Take one of those tiles. Hold on to it. Do not announce it. All right? Steve, who do we got for the number one overall pick?
The number one overall pick in the 2008-2009 draft, Bob, is the Cleveland Littles.
Patrick Lindeman's Cleveland Littles, which means Andrew Murray's J-Wads are at number two. Wow. Well, that sets the table for an interesting year in the MFL.
Sure does.
I'm going to drink heavily tonight because I'm not happy with where I placed. I don't know about you guys.
We're in no man's land. Anyway, it'll be fun. There'll be
As
lots of
always.
trades
Gives me
this
a lot of
year.
time to think about my 9th pick, Bob.
Well, you're sandwiched in the middle, kind of like what you are here. But with that said, thanks for tuning in tonight. And as always, we'll see you on the field of battle. And that's the cue for the dimming of the lights. What a horrible draft.